It feels right to start off by giving a thank you to other YouTubers who drop little nuggets worth exploring. Because sometimes it's that one random comment that sends me down a rabbit hole that actually matters. After yesterday's video, I sat with this new addition to my portfolio, Linea, and what that could mean for XRP and Ripple. I wanted to see if this was another distraction or another layer to understanding how Ripple keeps moving forward. Because honestly, focusing on the noise is exhausting. And if there's anything I've learned in both markets and in my life, it's that what matters most is what's underneath the noise. So when I heard about a partnership between Ripple and Thunes, it almost stopped me in my track. It's something that kept coming back up in my mind. Because if you're anything like me, your first thought is probably, what is even Thunes? And why does it matter to XRP? From Thunes' own press release, they describe Ripple as the leading provider of digital infrastructure for financial institutions, delivering simple, compliant, reliable software that unlocks efficiencies, reduces frictions, and enhances innovation and global finance. This is the kind of boring sounding statement that actually holds world-changing work. Because behind every frictionless transaction is a whole system of pipes. And Ripple is quietly building those pipes. Unlike Bitcoin, which was built to move value peer to peer without intermediaries, and later evolved into becoming a store of value, Ripple and XRP were created to act as the rails of money movement. Instant, cheap, and reliable. Think of it this way. Bitcoin became digital gold. XRP is becoming digital plumbing. But I've often asked myself, if XRP already solves these problems and more, why does Ripple keep partnering with more payment networks? To me, it can look redundant until I truly see how these connections fit together. Thunes calls itself the smart superhighway for moving money across the world. Its direct network connects directly to local rails. Things like bank APIs and card schemes. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down. Bank APIs are the secure digital gateways banks use to send or receive information, like verifying a customer or transferring funds instantly between institutions. Card schemes are the global systems that run our debit cards or credit cards, like Visa, MasterCard, or UnionPay. So when Thune says direct network, it means they're plugging straight into those local systems, instead of routing through long chains of correspondent banks. That's what makes payments so fast, sometimes in just seconds. Their reach is actually staggering. Thunes is connected to over 130 countries, 80 currencies, 7 billion mobile wallets, bank accounts, and 15 billion cards connected through more than 320 payment methods, like Gcash, M-Pesa, and Orange Money. To be honest, as an American, I sometimes forget just how big the rest of the world really is. There are billions of people who have never had their own bank account, but they do have a phone in their hands. And this forward integration and movement forward inspires and provides financial autonomy to these billions of people, giving them digital wallets to let them hold, send, and receive value safely. This becomes a better store of value than cash that can be lost or stolen, and a door into the global economy. According to the World Bank, global remittances passed $860 billion in 2024. And mobile money transfers are the fastest growing segment of all of them. This is not a trend. That's a new financial class being born. So when Ripple partners with Thunes, it's not random. It's a move that extends Ripple's mission to be the invisible rails underneath the global economy. I can still use my Uber account or PayPal app exactly as I do today. But the difference is behind the scenes, the money will move faster, cheaper, and across borders without me even realizing it. And Thunes already works with names like PayPal, Visa, M-Pesa, and Orange Money. So these aren't theoretical connections. They're live rails with real brands. Now, some people do think when they hear emerging markets or lighter regulation, the first thought is immediately risk. And sure, there is truth to that. But Ripple has spent years doing the hard, slow work of building both ends of the spectrum. The unbanked and the ultra-regulated. Here's what that looks like in practice. The NYDFS, or the New York Department of Financial Services, one of the toughest financial regulators in the United States, Ripple holds approvals that allow it to legally move and operate under strict financial standards. MiCA, the EU's markets and crypto asset regulation, the first comprehensive crypto law in the world, setting clear rules for stablecoins, transparency, and consumer protection. Ripple is already aligning its products to fit within that framework. And in Switzerland, home of Amnia Bank, formerly SEBA, one of the most strictly regulated banking sectors in the world, Ripple's partnership there gives RLUSD a clean, compliant on-ramp into Europe's financial system. So even if Ripple expands through networks like Thunes into countries with fewer regulations, the top of the structure still meets the highest global standards. That's how you bring the developing world into compliance, not by tearing down systems, but by connecting them. And we're already seeing this play out in real time. Ripple recently launched RLUSD, its regulated stablecoin, across Africa through 3 partnerships, Chipper Cash, Valor, and Yellow Card, creating USD liquidity across regions that need it most. And earlier, Ripple partnered with OnAfrique, formerly MFS Africa, one of the largest mobile networks on the continent, linking payments between Africa, the Gulf, and Europe. So while the West is caught up in policy gridlock, government shutdowns, ETF approval delays, and political headlines, Ripple is quietly wiring the rails that real people use. It's not the loud part of innovation. It's the part that happens under our feet while the world is still arguing. And that's where I keep looking back to. What is underneath the noise? Because that's where the real progress lives. When everything feels chaotic, markets shaky, leaders resigning, headlines screaming, it's easy to forget that things rebuild. They always do. Governments will reopen, wars will end, new laws replace old confusion. And the system being built right now are the ones that carry the rebuilding forward. Ripple is positioning itself as that system, building liquidity, interoperability, and stability long before the spotlight turns back on. To be honest, this is the hardest part of investing. Staying seated while the world shakes. But I've learned not to chase the noise. I've learned to listen to the hum that's underneath it. That is the quiet sound of the future wiring itself together. Thank you for joining me. None of this is financial advice. It's just education and excitement for a world that is connecting right in front of our eyes. Until next time or tomorrow, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again. Bye.